This right here is 8K Forza Horizon 6 on the RTX 5060 Ti. So let me just show you the settings real quick. Okay, and you can see it's 8K. I'm using DLAA, so it's a native 8K. And yes, we're using medium settings. Still pretty impressive. You can see it says we're using 10 point something GB out of the 15, almost 16 GB of VRAM. Yes, it's a 16 GB version of the 5060 Ti, okay? Not the 8 GB version. The 8 GB version is gonna explode pretty much. But you can see that thing is so tiny on my screen, but I'll make it bigger for you guys. The GB memory usage right now is like around 13 GB. So yeah, whatever you see inside the game, that's not the actual metrics. Because he's using like 12.5 GB on 8K native. Just again, really impressive for a game like this. Now on 8K, even on DLAA mode, you don't see any kind of anti-aliasing issues on the edge or anything. And getting 30 FPS, that is insane, guys. And it's only possible in Forza Horizon. I don't think it's gonna be possible in any other game. I wasn't even expecting this to be like this at all. But yeah, 8K 30 FPS is possible. Native. So if we use some upscaling, it's going to be way more playable. That's crazy. And this is a 5060 Ti. It's not even a 5080 or 5090. So before I'm just going to show you guys the system specs right here. In case if you guys were wondering, is it fake or not, you can see right here, it's the Zotac twin-edge version of the GPU, 16 GB paired up with the i5-12400F. And 32 GB of DDR4 memory running at 3200 MHz. The latest driver 610.62, and that's it. It's not even overclocked, so there it is. Proof. So, yeah, native settings. It's actually playable. That is insane. I have no other words to say. 32 FPS, 8K medium settings. It's not even low settings. On medium, we're getting that much. So that's insane, guys. So let's keep it going for a little bit more. And then possibly, oh, there's a car over there. Let me just go and collect that car. Whatever the car that is. P5, P50, oh, what is that? An ugly ass car, man. Whatever. I'm gonna get it. $58,000 for this? Whatever. I'm getting it. But yeah, 8K native is actually possible. That is insane. Okay, so let me go back and use some upscaling and see how that's going to be. I'm going to use some performance mode. I think performance mode on 8K is actually 4K because it's half resolution scaling. So I'm going to keep it on performance mode. And I think I'll have to restart the game because it's now overriding the memory pretty much. So it's not working properly as it should. This performance mode is supposed to give you more FPS and not be at I'll be tanking. See? So it has overridden the whole thing. So I need to restart the game to actually make it happen. So let me just do that. Yeah, so even after restarting, it seems to be the same 31 FPS. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's not registering properly, or maybe it's because DLSS is actually intensive. Could be either of those reasons. But yeah, even after the restart, the game is still on like 34 FPS. Maybe it's way too much, with the upscaling technology, DLSS enabled. It's way too much for the tiny 5060 Ti. Still using about 12 GB of VRAM performance mode, so. But yeah, man, still 30 FPS. That is actually impressive. So I'm gonna go ahead to the settings and see if FrameGen is gonna do anything. I think it's gonna make it worse, but let's see. Let me keep it to 2x. So 2x FrameGen can actually get us to 47 FPS. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little stuttery because we only got 20 FPS base, and that's not good. Especially for FrameGen, it's gonna look terrible, and it doesn't look that great. I can feel like it's running on slow motion. They were getting better FPS than native, and I don't know, man. If you look at the very front of the car, you can see it is giving you that feeling that it's going in slow motion. So I don't know what's going on, but it's not good, guys. So enabling FrameGen on these settings, I don't think it's a worthy thing to do. So I'm just gonna turn it off. And again, this is absolutely ridiculous playing this thing on 8K on a card like this. I'm gonna keep it off. What about ultra performance? So on ultra performance, it is actually getting us to 40 FPS. So that is even better. Okay, that is actually better than I expected. 40 FPS on ultra performance, not bad at all. So you can get kind of a decent experience with this thing, man. Prologue. I'm not gonna do no prologue. I already finished that. So I'm gonna keep it going. And then maybe do something else like 41. I need to see how it's gonna be inside the city. So I'm just gonna see gonna be. In the city it's gonna be more intensive, so let's see. Yes. From 42 to like almost 30, I guess. Maybe not, it's still staying at 40, so wow, this is actually pretty impressive, man. And there's these things, the maskets or whatever. But bro, an 8K even with ultra performance, this thing looks amazing. And again, this is medium settings, right guys? But yeah, this is amazing, guys. And there's another car parked right here. Is it a good one though? Toyota MR2. I'm buying that too. So 40 FPS on ultra performance. So yeah, not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. It's way better than I expected. On a 5060 Ti. If it was a 5080, I was like, yeah, it is expected, but I think this is my first time ever testing out 8K on this card, which is insane. It's supposed to be a 1440p card at best. But it can definitely pull off some 4K with some upscaling. But 8K, I never thought it was going to be this good. But only on this game though. I don't think any other game can do this level of fidelity and also get pretty smooth frame rate. Because this game is insanely well optimized to even run on 15-year-old GPUs. So yeah, it's actually really impressive, guys. Forza Horizon running at 8K, and that too on medium settings. That is the best part. Okay, so what if I use frame gen on 8K? I'm just gonna go 4x, just for the sake of, you know, for the fun. So 4x 8K can get 73 FPS upscale from 18. Oh no, that is the worst thing possible. Look at this. Now it's breaking apart. You can see the UI elements, especially the names over there. They're like shaky, and it is super floaty with 18 FPS and frame gen. So yeah, everything is moving in slow motion. When they were getting 73 FPS is absolutely horrible. So enabling frame gen, especially on 4x and stuff like that, is not playable, guys. So it's better just keep it off. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn it off. Definitely terrible. So again, this is super ridiculous to play this game on 8K on this card. But if you are crazy like this and you want to test it out on 8K, you can just keep it on ultra performance and that's it. Medium settings is fine. I think you need at least medium settings to have some kind of fidelity with this game. If you go to low settings, it's gonna disable all the shadows, which in my opinion looks terrible, you know. So medium settings is the best way to play it, and ultra performance. Even on native, let me just go back to native and see how it is. I'm gonna turn on TAA. And look at that. On native TAA, you can get close to 30 FPS with this GPU. Inside the city though, that tells you, bro, that looks super sharp. I know we are using DSR factors to enable the 8K, but man, it still looks really sharp on 8K, 25 FPS. This is insane, guys. Is it playable? Not really. You need at least 60 FPS is a decent frame rate for a racing game. Yeah, only getting about 28 here, so yeah, not a good look, but man, still really impressive on native settings. You're not even maxing out the GPU, still like 13 point something, so impressive stats no matter what it is. So that is 8K. What if we go to 4K? All right, I just turned it down to 4K. 4K is going to be definitely playable. So I'm going to use some DLAA and then also go to graphics and maybe use Extreme. Should be playable, like really playable. We got the VRAM for it. I need to restart, but it should be really playable, you know what I mean? Okay, now we are on DLAA, okay. And then extreme settings without any ray tracing. So that's like getting us to 56. See, I told you, native DLAA is going to be really playable. And it still looks pretty damn detailed and sharp. So yeah, I mean, for me this is totally playable on 4K. But yeah, man, extreme settings. With the ray tracing, you definitely need some upscaling, but otherwise, this is a totally enjoyable experience right here. 56 FPS, looking really solid. So I'm just gonna stop it right there and go to settings and actually go to extreme RT. Might be a little too much, but let's see. Since we have the VRAM capacity, it should be all right. 52. Okay, so it's taking a little bit time to actually enable the frame gen, I mean the ray tracing. So that only gets us to 25 with the ray tracing. That is... Okay, so that's actually kind of really intensive, guys. From 54 to 23 is really intensive. But yeah, now the game looks way better, especially on native 4K. But again, still impressive. You know, it looks really good. Yeah, for ray tracing, you definitely need some upscaling. And maybe a little bit of frame gen as well, but let me see. I'm gonna use quality mode here. Okay, that takes you to 41 FPS, which is pretty good. Not quite smooth enough, but still pretty playable. You know, 41 FPS over here. Man, this game just looks so good. So we're out of the city now. Now we're getting close to 50. So definitely, if you want to play this game on 4K with this card, which is absolutely playable, you can do it even with extreme RT. I'm gonna suggest go to performance mode. Let's go back to the city. This, you know, that's the most intensive area to test the game out. So yeah, 50 or almost 50 FPS, not bad at all. I'm gonna go back here again and then change it to performance mode. And that takes you close to 60 FPS, like pretty much 60 FPS right there. And yes, it's gonna drop a little bit here and there from 60, especially inside the city, but this is a completely playable. 50 FPS here inside the city. But again, man, this is actually really playable. I wouldn't mind playing it like this at all. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at the lighting, wow. So good to look at. But then this is why you need a little bit of frame gen as well to go along with it. So 2x frame gen should do the trick. And it definitely does. 78 FPS. Okay. Upscale from 38. So still really playable, guys. And I don't see any artifacting on the screen like we were having on 8K. It is completely looking pretty normal. No artifacting or no ghosting or any of that stuff. Looks really gorgeous as well. So I'd say if you're gonna play this game on 4K, this is the way to go. And again, I know most of you want to play this game on 1440p, but I don't think I need to go down below these settings because you guys get the idea. It's gonna be really well playable on 4K and 1440p. Come on, if it's gonna run 8K 30 FPS native, you guys get a pretty good idea how well it's gonna run on 1440p, right? But again, a lot of people don't have a 4K or 8K monitor to play the game on, especially with the 5060 Ti. So just for you guys, I'm gonna do 1440p as well, okay? Man, this card is just sexy with that purple color. So on 4K, this is gonna be my recommended setting. So now let's jump into 1440p. All right, so I turned everything off and the frame gen is off. And back to DLAA. You can see it's 1440p. Graphics is still set to Extreme RT. So 1440p, there you go. This is the best settings in the game, and this is what the 5060 Ti 16GB can do. And again, on 8GB card, I don't know how terrible it's gonna be because it's gonna struggle a lot. Because you can see it's utilizing almost 14GB of VRAM here on this settings maxed out on 1440p. So yeah, on 8GB card, don't even try this. It's not gonna be worth it at all. On the 16GB version, yeah, this is kind of playable, but again, you definitely need some upscaling. So 42 FPS here, not terrible, but not good enough either. And go ahead and turn on scaling and use some quality mode. Should definitely do the trick. You don't even need to use any frame gen here. You're getting 60 FPS right here. Still, it is dropping a little bit here and there, but Man, actually really playable. 40 FPS. I mean 66 FPS inside the city. So outside the city, you're definitely getting more than, I say, 70 FPS easily. You know, so yeah, there you have it, guys. Quality mode or balance mode, it's up to you. I'd say keep it to quality mode, should be good to go. 64. So just to see how far we can get with this, I'm gonna use some upscale, some frame gen. Keep it to 4x. Let's see. Gonna take you all the way to 175 FPS on 1440p Extreme RT with DLSS quality. Still upscale from 42 FPS. Still pretty smooth. You know. So there you have it, guys. 170 FPS. You don't need to turn down any settings. You can just play it like this, or turn off frame gen. Is totally up to you. Enabling frame gen on a game like this, you don't feel anything. You know, it's a racing game. You're not moving the mouse around to aim or anything. It's just cars, man. So totally playable. Have no complaints whatsoever. So there it is. Going down to 1080p is ridiculous. It's gonna be a breeze. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, guys. That's Forza Horizon 6, 8K, 4K, and 1440p on the RTX 5060 Ti. It's crazy because I didn't test out 8K on the 5080, but I did it on this one. So yeah, it is kind of capable only in this game. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more benchmarks like this. And yeah, hope you guys are having a great time wherever you are. I'll catch you guys in the next one. So take it easy and peace out.